Yes, I'm back again. Today's subject, well, last time I dealt with something different, but today's subject is how to get out of the situation we have put ourselves in. The last video, I went through a very brief summary of the effects of climate change today. This will make sense at the very end. The video pointed out that authorities, people who supposedly knew what was happening to this planet, even scientists, stated we had until 2050 to stop pollution. No, that's a cruel, cruel, cruel joke. To say we have until 2040, that too is a bad joke, but it's closer to the truth. Then I approached that 2030 was closer to the facts. I quickly found on the internet 19 facts. I just looked them up arbitrarily, New York Times, Reuters, whatever. I deduced that left us only 4 years to get our act together. What ensues by 2030? A total economic collapse. Society breaks down. Apologies for the scare tactics. It was rather a large ditch effort at getting some attention. Why? By 2030, most of the planet becomes uninhabitable because of the extreme temperatures cause irreversible whole bunch of deadly events: fire, droughts, floods, long intensive heat waves well beyond 100 degrees or 40 degrees centigrade. You're going to live in through that? It's going to be very difficult. Society certainly won't. Humanity? Briefly, humanity's failed humanity. What can you do in four years? A journalist, as I read New York Times, Reuters, I stay up to date all the time, Global, in Guardian. A journalist gives you the facts, but almost never points a way out unless it's a highly opinionated opinion piece that seldom involves you or helps you. You are a real individual human being affected by very real, sometimes very difficult circumstances. You ain't seen nothing yet. As a writer of historical fiction, poetry, plays, and various other forms, and as a Zen adept who found or finds enlightenment more than I bargained for, I offer you a way out of suffering the dregs of slop you're caught in. I'll try to keep this terse. What can you accomplish in just 4 years that will help yourself, thereby helping all of humanity? Implicit within the question is the answer. Save yourself first. Then that action will enable you to guide others. Then, with the benefit of your direct experience of the actions, the events you need to reach the salvation of self. I don't like the word salvation, but it's close enough. You'll be able to guide others. You will actually be able to guide others. But remember this. Each person experiences the same event with a slightly different set of baggage. Therefore, you must be able to adapt to circumstances differing from your own. With time, you may yet become a great guide when leading loved ones through the wilds of the backcountry of the mind. And believe me, the mind is a strange place. And there it is. How to win friends after saving self or influencing people. Forget it. 5 effects which mesh perfectly together to keep in mind. 5. 1. Enlightenment. 2. Wisdom. 3. Finding a moral center. 4. Meditation. And 5. Understanding one intelligence. Of the 5, 3 can be worked on immediately. Meditation, finding a moral center, and intellectually perceiving one concept of one intelligence. Notice I use the word intellectually perceiving. The simplest, but not necessarily the easiest, is meditation. Pretty sure thousands of books on the subject are out on the market. I suggest Roshi, Philip Kapleau's book, The 3 Pillars of Zen. Probably the best and most accurate summary I've ever seen. Very precise. Finding a moral center? Again, Philip Kapleau, Roshi's The 3 Pillars of Zen, which explains the Noble Eightfold Path. The most complete short summary today. It's finding a moral center, Noble Eightfold Path. Understanding how the one intelligence works is simple. Living it every moment. Well, hell, you need enlightenment. Understand there is only one intelligence inherent within the whole universe. All other intelligences become an offshoot of it. Star intelligence, tree intelligence, dog intelligence, and, as St. Francis of Assisi so aptly spoke, brother ant intelligence. Need I try to list all the sentient beings of this universe? Understand one point. All intelligence are equal. I'll repeat that. All intelligence are equal. Human intelligence is not better than brother ant, tree, star intelligence, or any other sentient being intelligence. Grasp that. You're no better than an ant, or a star, or a tree. So this begs me to ask, what the hell are we doing destroying, or have destroyed, so many species on Earth? And it's the only one we're going to have. Technology be damned. So much for Mars or the moon. That's what got us here in the first place, if you think about it. But I could go forever on that one. Realize, we destroy one species. We destroy a bit of ourselves. How many more bits do we have to destroy until we destroy ourselves? To live. I mean, not merely understand one intelligence. One must become enlightened. And in order to get enlightened, one must meditate. Yep. They all mesh together. You can't have one without the others. Hey. And wisdom, well, wisdom only comes after enlightenment. Enlightenment only becomes possible through purification. What a neat word. That means finding a moral center. Let me explain. All along, throughout your lifetime, to date, you've merely been scratching the surface of reality. You, with your cute, woolly fuzzies such as love is never having to say you're sorry. I could name probably 100 more. Or you've been parroting another's what you think are wise words. Thinking, boy, I've got it now. You got nothing, babe. When enlightenment touches you, you will finally dig beyond the surface of reality. You will touch the earth, and a stream will form, from which becomes a brook, deeper and wider, then a river, even deeper and wider. Now, that's wisdom. Conclusion? Oh, what a tangled web I've weaved when first I tried to unweave reality. Enjoy. But remember the picture at the beginning of this video? Enlightenment. Warning. Assembly required. Warning. Assembly required. Everything that's worth anything is worth a lot of work.